And then I realized like everybody in the community is just fucking boring. Like nobody's got any cool stories, nobody's got any cool stuff to talk about. Everyone's just like,
Darkness can't hide.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the first episode of the Lore Lounge with Loki. I'm your most infamous host, Loki, part of SMG community and LOL India. Joining me here today is the Grandmaster Cled One Trick, the most toxic person in Indian solo queue, Mr. Coffee 2723. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, but like, why is that my introduction? Hello, brother.
You want to know that's why that's your introduction? Because I vividly remember, I think the first time, even before like talking to you or getting to know you, I came back from the UK to India, and it was like my first day. I get into solo queue, and who do I meet in solo queue?
Me and my good friend, the Amumu himself. Yes, I do remember that.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember that, and you came.
But listen, I'm not a one trick anymore.
Okay.
I'm a 3-trick, bro.
So what have you got in your arsenal right now? Yasuo, Kled, and Yone?
Yes. I mean, it's still all AD champs, bro. But yeah, it's definitely better than having just one champ. I mean, but to be honest, in ranked, I'm still only playing one champ. But
yeah,
I still make it work, bro.
You know the first team you had when you played into competitive, it was like I think Potato Monster, Yash as support, the Thresh guy, and then Catbot as well, right?
The second reiteration of Gatekeepers, where I was a jungler. I used to main jungle back then. I was a Heartstuck Gold Rengar OTP in solo queue. I was so bad at the champion, I don't know why I played it. I was awful, I still am. And I really thought I could do something, and then I got stuck in gold for the whole season. Then I pivoted to mid, and then I climbed to GM. So
nice. But I think your entire team was just full of one tricks back then, right?
True. I had Catbot, early days Catbot, when he was not that well known in the community, but he was still a high ranking player. We used to go against the best teams. We took part in the Lenovo Legion. How much was the cash prize? 1.5 lakhs cash prize.
Okay. That's
and we won the 4th place, bro. I think after Team White Shadows or something. I really don't remember. And then there was Storm Raiders and another team that had taken part. This was a long time ago. All Storm Raiders was a team. Termi, Dragoon, Crixus, the legends themselves. They're washed up now. Yeah, but was a good time back then, man.
Yeah,
but that was my first I mean, if you're talking about the very first time I actually joined the community, it was actually through one of my close friends. He introduced me to the League of Legends Facebook group. I didn't even know that we had an Indian group, because I was always aware that Indians just don't play this game. And then I joined the group, and then there was a Bid Wars tournament, so I took part in it as a diamond player. And then I got taken into someone's team, and then I met everyone's friend group, and that's how I got acquainted with everyone, including you. So then, that's how I made my first friend group. Then we all drifted apart. Then I went to another friend group, and so that's how I've just been rolling around in the community, bro.
Nice. I mean, I think that's how almost everybody else kind of joins the community. Either they get on League, and they usually get on EU or NA, and they're not really aware of Garena at that time. And then slowly they get introduced to the League of Legends community on Facebook, and then we tell them that lower ping Garena and stuff, and then slowly they start migrating, and then they start taking part in this country events and tournaments and stuff like that. But I'm curious, what games did you like? Were you always because in League you're a pretty competitive guy. You play a lot of solo queue, you one trick, and you rage at your solo queue teammates.
A lot of raging. Yes, I have to tone it down, but yes.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get into that a bit. Don't worry about that. No, but my question was like, what games were you playing before League, and how did you kind of like make your way into League, and how did you get here?
Okay, so I had my first stint with League around I think 2016. So I had made an account. I was just curious, like, what is this game about? I remember I had gotten into a bot game as Ezreal. This was a new map, I believe. It was like the first 2-3 seasons of the new map. I didn't play League when the old map was there, but I have seen videos. And I was like, this game's pretty cool. And then I played one bot game, then I uninstalled for 6 months, and I went back to playing RuneScape because I was huge on RuneScape back then. I know you know because we've discussed this a long time. I mean,
Fuck
a lot
yeah.
of times. We're RuneScape veterans, and then I got bored of RuneScape because it frankly can be a chore. And I was like, I want another time sink because when you're a kid, you really have nothing to do. I was just going to school, I was coming back, I was gaming and going to school. That's literally it.
Yeah, I
So I
mean,
was
fuck
like,
studies, right?
yeah, fuck studies, dude. Like honestly, I had absolutely no mood. Like I maybe dedicated like an hour a day to study. That's it. And
Yeah, no,
then
and you do know when you're going back to school, you're just going to be standing outside because you forgot your math classwork or homework note or some shit like that.
yeah, that I mean, thankfully that didn't happen to me. I was a decent student, but yeah. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. So yeah, I just reinstalled League. I was like, okay, this one game I tried a few months ago, and then I just started playing a lot of like normal games and stuff. And I was like, I brought one of my other friends. So I had this friend, like an IRL friend, who I'm not in touch with now, but him and I we started playing a lot of norms together, and that was like my first like time actually playing the game a lot. There was like a 5-6 month period where I was only playing League every day, just spamming normal games, playing Yasuo. Like I'm the most typical Singaporean server, one trick on. Like I'm the most typical guy, bro. And then that's how I like fell in love with playing Yasuo. He's still my favorite champ in the game. And then like over time I was just playing alone. I didn't really have friends. I used to play on NA, and I had a huge friend group back then. So I used to play with around 250 ping. I hit D4 on NA, just one tricking Master Yi jungle with Ignite and Smite. But I wasn't actually good at the game. I think that server was just as bad as Singapore. This was, I think, 4 or 5 seasons ago, bro. A while ago. I used to be just a one trick Yi because I could not play anything else on that thing. So I did that then, and that was only because I used to have a whole community on NA that I used to play with. Like these guys from there was a guy from New Mexico. There was a guy from California. There was multiple guys from San Francisco. So we all just used to play League together. They were like very good friends of mine. And then after that, I actually so that was like a good 3 years of my League career. And then I came to Garena, which is now Singapore server, but it used to be called Garena. You know, played there for a long time, and then I found the League, the community, and the rest is history.
Indeed.
I wasn't
and
really.
Yeah,
go on.
Go ahead.
No, you go on, man.
No, I was just gonna say like it's probably like everybody else like I think had literally the same path. I remember I probably had like the same path as well. I played a lot of RuneScape, and then I used to be in like a pure clan, like a one defense pure clan. And once like the EOC, the Evolution of Combat update came out on RuneScape, it just completely killed PKing and Wilderness and just anything PvP related. So
the viewers will not understand a single word of what we're saying, but true. I agree with everything you said.
There should be some, I hope.
I hope.
Yeah, but no. Once EOC came out, like the game just completely died from a PvP's perspective. And the TeamSpeak that I used to like chill on, everybody started playing League. So likewise, I started playing League. Made my account on NA. Pretty much, yeah. 250 ping, the dream. I actually started out playing a lot of mid and stuff. I remember when I first started playing, I think it was like Zac or Thresh. One of those two champions came out.
Oh, that's okay. I think I played around when Echo was released. When was that, bro? I don't know. I think that's when I probably started playing.
Echo's a pretty good champion, right?
No, dude, come on. You're a League veteran. That's why you're saying that. Yeah, you are that old. There's so many champs that have been released after Zac. I mean, after Echo. But yeah, man, that's pretty much like how I started off. And then I really wasn't a competitive player in any games. I used to just play casual games. So other than RuneScape, I used to play a lot of MMOs. I used to play this game called Adventure Quest, and then I dabbled in a lot of FPS games, although I was never very good at it. Only like single player FPS games like Halo and stuff. Those are still my favorite games. And then I just got into League, and it was the only thing that I was like that I felt like competitive on. So then I decided to like give it a shot by taking part in tournaments, and yeah, well, it turned out to be pretty good. And I just like have stuck with the game ever since, trying to improve, trying to better myself, and yeah.
Platinum 4 to fucking what is it, Grandmaster 300 LP, 200 LP.
I mean, 350, but that was like 2 seasons ago. My first was like just 200. I just stopped at 200, then I just demoted afterwards. But that's what my peak was, and that's what I am currently. Sadly, can't get to challenge.
It'll happen eventually. Just gotta put in another 200 games.
Oh no, of Singapore solo queue. Oh my god.
Comes with a therapist appointment at 6:30 the next day.
Yeah. Oh, you would ask me like if I play solo or like when I had first started, did I play with like a group of friends or like solo? So right when I started off, I had two friend groups. So one was on NA, one was on Singapore. We just used to play norms and flex together, just like normal, completely like non-try hard, just having fun with each other. Then all my friends actually stopped playing League. Like they took a huge break, and I was still continuing. So I just thought might as well go on a solo queue journey, and that's when I actually started playing competitively. I started playing solo queue, started tryharding, and I just got from like bronze. Bronze was my first season's rank. Then I climbed to platinum. The next season, I think playing jungle, and then after that I switched to mid in my third season, and I got to GM. So that was like a huge rise, and then I started. That's the season I started playing Clan Mid. So it had like the biggest change in my personality because like that's when I realized that okay, fine, I have this sort of play style. This is how I'm gonna climb in solo queue, and yeah, I've just stuck to it ever since, man.
Yeah, and then it also came with a fucking toxic ass attitude. Now did it? Hey
Well,
guys, my jungler is not ganking my lane.
Listen, man, you have to have that dominating personality, bro, or else no one's gonna take you seriously. Come on,
Totally.
man.
I mean, if you play Kled, Yasuo, and Yone, like
True.
you are not the problem. Everyone around you is, right?
Oh my god. Dude, Yasuo, man. That was like my when I used to play him, it was like the games were so coin flip because I was either just 1v9ing or just inting every game. So yeah, man. I think that's where I also got that like very inconsistent. I tend to get kind of coin flippy at times, and I think that's where I got it from. It has improved a lot more than like now that I play more comparatively. But I did have that nature when I was a beginner, like not a long time player. So yeah, man.
Curious, like, when did you realize that you're like you're playing a bunch of solo queue, you're one tricking a bunch of champions? When did you realize or when did you get the idea to kind of enter into some of these like community tournaments or community events?
I actually was very nervous about it because I was like, okay, I'm entering a community, so I'm pretty sure the players are going to be like leagues better than me. But the first community I joined, it was a bid wars tournament, so it was completely for fun. There was no prize pool involved, and I realized that I was one of the highest ranks there because I was Diamond 4, and like yeah, and so like I had no I was like, dude, I thought I was gonna go against like super high ranking players. So I think that was one reason why I was like, okay, I can try my skills out against these guys because they did have like a lot of teams back then. I remember like they used to be like the most famous Bangladeshi team, 14K. That used to be a thing, and there used to be a lot of Indian teams like White Shadows, Storm Raiders, and there were a few other names. It's not coming to me right now. L9, and so I came into the scene and I joined the bid wars. I was one of the highest bids because even though I was a random, and then I joined that person's team. We kind of like he kind of got me into the community, and then from there we had I had more interactions with people, started meeting more people, and then yeah, man, that's just how I got into it. They were like, "Do you want to play tournaments with us?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" Kind of went on a competitive losing streak because I was never really like good enough to win, but it gave me a lot of experience for sure. Like even on Gatekeepers, which is my good friend Potato's team, well, ex team, he's on my team now, but we had a lot of practice sessions like with Catbot, a very good friend of mine, Catbot. He was also like super like good back then. I should aspire to be as good as him. He's still very good, and Ivan Kusher and Venom, my very good friends. So we just I had created that that strength within my team and that synergy, and it kind of gave me like that competitive spirit. Because if you can have such a good relationship with your teammates, you can conquer anything. Even if you aren't really highest in rank, and that's how we secured fourth place in that tournament. And that was actually my like first esports win, like for a major tournament. After that, I didn't have a team, so we kind of disbanded, and I was just like floating around different teams, and I stopped playing and stuff. But yeah, man, that's why I still am like competitive. Always got to be the best. Got to be TOK, man. The the big dogs in the scene.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they've been very interesting. Yeah, just the way that they've split, like Catbot is like split TOK and AOK. I actually like haven't been playing League a lot, but then ever since these like super competitive tournaments that SMG's been hosting have come back, and we're seeing like DC on one side, Catbot on the other side. Ganja's become really really good at the game now. Shuvo's back, in the top two team. It's been pretty interesting, and I've been spamming a lot of solo queue recently. So it's always nice like when you have that community and when you have that group of friends just like try harding and working together on something. Like it definitely inspires you and makes you want to like start playing and start contributing as well. But coming on to the other topic over here, we'll call this the most infamous topic. And I just wanna touch on this just a little bit. You do seem to have a little bit of a reputation within the community, and that's something that I could definitely relate to, because I think I also definitely have a pretty cool reputation within the community as well. But I'm just curious, like reflecting. Obviously, you're a lot older now, and you've all the problems that you've had with certain people are in the past.
So,
If you can kind of just like reflect on that and like look at it, what do you have anything to say or anything to talk about?
well, see, I was a kid, right? And you tend to do some very
An
stupid things when
excuse.
you were a kid. I agree. No, like to be honest, you can't always use that as a crutch. No, I agree. I had my own thought process. There were a lot of people that I started beef with, which really didn't deserve it. I just like to be involved in online drama. I guess I used to, not anymore. I try to keep myself as far away from it as possible. I'm reformed, everyone. But I used to have this, because I was very toxic in game as well, bro. I used to be infamous for just after killing anyone or like doing any even slightly significant play, I used to spam my mastery emote. That used to tilt the shit out of people because I was the only one in the scene who used to do that. Nobody else used to do that. So I think that was one way where people saw me. People thought I was a bit toxic, and then maybe in like scrims and stuff, which I still do with my close friends. I like shit talk them, and I'm just like, "You're so bad, bro," and then I end up losing the game, and then they shit talk me back, and it's just friendly banter. But some people, they took it seriously when I was actually just being friendly, and then we kind of had a feud over that. But like now I'm pretty chill with everyone, man. I don't really hate anyone. I'm fine with it. I mean, I used to have people who I was not cool with, and now I've squashed the beef with them. We're chill with everyone. I did have a controversy like a few months ago, but I think that's fine now. I think everyone's chill with me. A lot of people love me. A lot of people hate me. I have a lot of friends. A lot of people don't want to talk to me. Even that's fine. That's their choice. But I don't like. I will not hold it against anyone. I don't keep grudges against them because I feel I was also being very annoying. So if they do have something against me, I would not blame them. But a lot of my old friends who I used to like have beef with, they've come back and we've spoken, and we've squashed the beef, so it's good. So yeah,
Do you have
man,
any
that's
regrets?
pretty much it. Hmm?
Do you have any regrets?
Uh,
Have you ever thought about a certain like beef with somebody, or like with some team, or like with some individual that kind of went too far, where it's like, okay, maybe I acted a little bit out of
oh yeah,
character.
yeah,
I should
yeah.
have.
The most recent one, like a few weeks ago, where I'd completely gone AWOL. So that was like, I kind of think I kind of overreacted. Cut a lot of my friends off, burned bridges, but I was going through like a rough time in my life, so I kind of had no energy to deal with a lot of kind of politics that were going on inside the scene. So I just distanced myself. I dealt with the situation badly. I kind of tarnished my reputation within the community a bit. I've kind of fixed it now, but a lot of my good friends, they still are my good friends, but I kind of cut them off and just kind of insulted them when they didn't deserve it. So, but now we're back. Now we're back, Didi. Like we don't beef with anyone anymore. We're gonna be
I mean,
the most wholesome player in the community, man.
yeah. I mean, you have to agree that it is pretty entertaining, right?
Oh, definitely. I think that was one reason why a lot of people were involved in it as well, because there was
Yeah,
a
no,
lot of drama. It was very entertaining, and the community gets boring, man. You gotta like spice things up a bit.
yeah, dude, it's so boring these days when all these like top teams like play against each other, like even bottom teams or whatever. Like because you know both sides of it, like you know what player X and what player Y is thinking, and they make a play, and you know exactly like how they're thinking, and like you can see that they want to type something or they want to say something, but they just can't because they're too afraid how everyone's
Yeah,
gonna react. They're too afraid they're gonna get fined and stuff like that. And it's just like, I do it, you do it. Just say it and get it over with. Like at the end
I
of the
give
day,
in
we're
to the
trying to have
intrusive thoughts, bro. I give in to the intrusive thoughts. See, most
absolutely.
people are like super scared to do it in scrims and stuff against good teams and all that, and like because they don't want to ruin their reputation among those people. But I just do it because I don't give a shit. Like I don't mind, man. It's like friendly banter. Those same people are gonna shit talk more people in like their flex games, like some random Singaporean team. So everyone's
Yeah.
the same, man. They just like pretend to not have that toxic side of them when they're in scrims. But yeah, is this how
So
it
I
is?
find it I find it more ridiculous like when you say nothing the entire game, then you win the game and then start trash talking. Like it's like, bro, you already won. Just take the fucking LP and leave. Like what's the whole point now? Like if you're gonna trash talk, do it at level 1. Do it like when you don't know the outcome of the game. Like when you already win and you're like sitting there like auto attacking the Nexus, and then you're like, oh GG easy, get good. It's like, all right,
I'm a
bro.
big proponent of that, bro. Shit talking the moment you enter the game. I don't know how many accounts have gotten banned and how many chat restrictions have gotten. A lot of them were on NA. Because on Garena when I used to play, there were really
Yeah,
no strict
just
repercussions to
didn't
what you
care.
said.
Yeah, they
Like
just didn't
nobody
care back
cared.
then.
You can say the most like foul thing in chat, and
Yeah.
like the most mind numbingly like heart wrenching message you could type out, the most disgusting thing, and they will just not give a shit and you just will not be banned. At most I actually managed to get a chat restrict on my account, which is crazy because no one used to get this.
Yeah,
And
dude, I remember like back in the day, like in Garena, you can type anything, you can troll it, you can
yeah, yeah,
you can do absolutely anything, and like nothing's gonna happen.
yeah, man, it was like absolutely crazy. But yeah, man, like the new server has definitely made us all a lot more calm in our demeanor. No one's like yelling at each other, screaming death threats. At least not in game.
I miss those days.
Not in game, brothers. But in voice. I got a whole group of guys that I hang out with, like around 10 to 20 guys. And we have a mixed group with Flash Club, which is my good friend Kalakata's team. So we all just chill together and stuff, and we just flame each other and we play customs and play normals and flex, and super fun. They're all my very good friends. I love each and every one of them. I should talk them in game. I should talk them IRL, but they're all like very good people. Super sweet guys.
Except
Go to the game.
hallucination.
Huh?
Nah, I'm
Oh,
just
true.
kidding.
True. No, Karan's a nice guy, man. Karan's a nice guy. They're all super
Yeah,
nice guys, and that team definitely has potential. Dude. Both teams, I was saying this as well. They're all my friends. They're all super good players. I think they have potential in the scene. I just want some team who can like take on the big dogs of the scene. TOK and AOK.
yeah, for
But
sure.
yeah,
And moving forward, like I think in the most recent tournament, or not the recent one, but like the second recent one, you kind of went out and scouted and got your own players and created your own team. I know Venom
Rot.
was playing top. You got Trioxy support. I forgot your AD carry and jungle. I think it was
Venom
Ezzy and
wasn't top.
jungle.
Venom was never
Okay.
on the team, but we had a guy, a singed one trick, a challenger singed one trick. He left the team because I won't say his name, but he left the team because he actually wasn't looking to put in time for league, because we tend to have like super once we have like a proper team, I want to have like proper practice schedules and like we got to practice at this time on this day. And he wasn't turning up, so we just let him go because he said that he's not actually that interested in league. So I was like completely fine. So that's why I wasn't able to take up in SA Cup. Take part in SA Cup 3 just because of the fact that I didn't actually have a team. So my other 3 teammates, Trioxy, Potato Monster, and Black Thief, who are ex AOK, they were on my team. I poached them. Well, I didn't poach them. They actually became free agents, and I took them into my team because they're also my very good friends in real life.
Yeah, I wonder what happened over there.
Oh boy, I actually do not know because I'm not really that close with that group. But they're also my friends, man. Catbot and stuff. I've met the guy a lot of times. Love the guy. He's great. TOK guys, they're all great. They got Panda in the top lane now. The absolute, that guy's just goated, man. Like comes in after a few seasons and just kills everyone. A lot of respect for Panda. And yeah, man. So right now my team is kind of in a, let's just say, purgatory because we don't actually have players. Looking for players, by the way, guys. If you're D4 and above top jungle, hit me up on Discord. Copy 7, and yeah. I'd be happy to take you into
Owned
my
by
team.
this guy in solo queue, so you've probably already met him. And if you haven't, then you're just not high elo enough, guys.
Oh my.
No, but what kind of made you like? There's obviously a good number of teams like in the top 5 or at least that would definitely are willing to like probably make space for you. What kind of gave you the idea to like make your own team, scout out your own players, and like manage everything by yourself?
I've always wanted to be the captain of a team. Have my own team, like my organization. So that's what ROT is, Reign of Terror. That's like my team. So it used to be called Lightwork. I had taken part in the previous tournament, SA Cup 2, which is a very. I mean, it was just 4 random players who weren't really known in the scene, except for Trioxy maybe. And we got to the quarters. Did we get to the quarters or the semis? I actually don't remember. But we were the top 4 teams.
The one where you guys got knocked out by TOK?
Yes, correct. That one. Yes, and my game was streamed. I was playing Yone against Catbot, and
you did solo kill him though. I did see that.
Yeah,
I didn't catch the whole entire game, but I did see like bits and pieces of that, and obviously the solo kill was kind of popular amongst our mutual friends. So
I got a lot of compliments because of that. There was a lot of support from my friends. They were great.
And is why like he went down to Morgana's Ignite and stuff.
Right, and it seems like a skirmish going on. I gotta give it to Esoteric Garfield. It seems like he is rocking mid lane. However, his ultimate will miss. Fate Seal does not manage to do it, but he manages to do it.
But however, we just kind of didn't have. I mean, we didn't set the mark because we were against like the best teams in the tournament, right? Radiance, TOK, and I think AOK at the time. So I think the winner of that tournament was also TOK, but we had a very strong showing in the tournament. Like we were able to defeat every team that came up against us in the group stage and the quarters and stuff. So I was super satisfied with where I could take my competitive thing. So I was like, might as well create a team with a few people. And plus, no team actually had approached me to take me as their mid laner. So I mean, it's because they already had established teams. So I guess they didn't want to have another player, which I completely understand. So I decided to make my own team because I didn't want to miss out on the competitive spirit, right? So that's why I just took in my good friends, Potato Monster, Black Thief, Trioxy, my very good friend from Bangladesh, and we just made a team. And Ezian as well. He's currently not playing; he's focusing more on solo queue, but he's also like a super good player, jungle main. Yeah, man, that's how we created this team. Currently in a purgatory stage because we're looking for players. But we'll be back stronger than ever, man.
Yeah. And there's like a lot of responsibilities that come with making your own team and scouting out your own players and trying to scout the competition. Get online at the same time with them, practice with them and stuff.
It's an absolute hassle trying to if it's not people who are on the same page as you, you're gonna have a very tough time trying to bring them all together to try to play the game, because a lot of them will just refuse to be there on time because they have to be honest, real life is more important than a video game. So a lot of them have IRL responsibilities, and still being a part of the team and not making the time for the team is also like super inefficient for everyone involved, because like the rest of the people don't get to practice. So that's why we have to let our top laner go, and that's why we're like currently just chilling. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
like if you want to have like a strong showing in the community, you really have to like hone your skills, and you have to be noticed by people who want to take you, right? Like I would love to participate in the Asian Games one day, but I just want to be good enough to be there. That's why I'm like making my own team right now, so I'm not. So I can have like that inner satisfaction of like creating my own team and having them compete for like something as big as the Asian Games.
Yeah,
So,
for
yeah,
sure,
man.
and that's like a lot of responsibilities and a lot
A
of
lot. Quite a lot,
fun
yeah.
on your part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, like one of the most kind of difficult things when I first started my team is obviously like there's the hassle of just getting them on the same page, playing with each other, dealing with each other, and there's obviously going to be fights in between team members and stuff like that, and dealing with that, and it's all just like one big hassle at the end of the day. But I'm curious, like, are you involved in like, let's say, coaching or helping other players improved? Do you guys have like future goals and that you want to kind of reach, like maybe not top 1 but like at least top 2 or something like that, or what are you guys looking forward to?
So being good enough in the community has always been like my main goal. Being amongst the top teams and being a player that's like well recognized by everyone. Like as a talent and not just someone who just got boosted or some shit. But I did. I wouldn't say I formally coach people, but I have a lot of my friends, like a lot of Loki Lore friends who just got into the game, who aren't even a part of SMG, just like outside of SMG, who started playing League and stuff, and they want me to like play norms with them and teach them the game, and I do that for them. And a lot of people on SMG and like people who found me through the community, they also ask me questions.
Why don't you coach me? I've been asking coaching for Yasuo bot lane forever now, bro. Where's my bot review?
Okay, I do it after this podcast. Let's get into a game, man. I'll teach you how to play it.
Alright,
But
you
yeah,
come
man.
on in, right? 250 ping?
Of course, man. I'm used to it. Just give me an account, I got you. Bro. I'll come and coach you for $300 a session.
$300? I wish I had that kind of money.
But yeah, man. Like just some random people. Just I get just recently. It's a funny story. This guy on League I logged on like I think a few days ago, and this guy called Ganesh Gaitonde added me, and I'm like, this has to be an Indian guy. So I checked his rank. He was I think bronze 3. So I was like, hey, hello, who is this? I DM'd him on League, and he's like, I'm a League player, and I just added random high-low players off the ladder.
So going back into this Ganesh Gaitundi, the guy that fucking put his real name as his IGN, adding random people on the fucking ladder.
Yeah. So yeah, he just messaged me. He was like, I added a lot of hype. I had gone to the rank ladder and I wanted to add people who were in the top players. So he just randomly added me, and I accepted. So he was like, I wanted a high elo friend that I can take tips and tricks from and like questions and stuff. And then I asked him if he was Indian. He's apparently Afghani, and his name is Ganesh Gaitonde because there's a show called Secret Game, so he had copied his name from there. And then yeah, so I just have like random people, not to flex or anything, but there's a lot of random people. I just get random friend requests, and they're like, yeah, will you be friends with me and will you help me out with the game? And I'm like, sure, man. Like I'm always happy to help. I don't want to be like a stuck-up guy who's just just keeping all my knowledge to myself. I'm just happy to give it up.
Especially to e-girls, right?
Oh, definitely. I have a girlfriend right now, but always, and irrespective of gender, I'll just I'll help them out, man, because I feel like there's a lot of passion for League recently. Spartan's done an amazing job igniting the passion in the community. Like he's done so much. I have so much respect for Spartan Frank. He has actually like carried the League scene for the past 3 years, and like props to that guy, man. Props to that guy. But because of him, a lot of people have improved. There's a lot of like players reaching high elo now, especially in Bangladesh, especially in India, and people are just getting better. More like fresh faces are coming into the scene, so and we're getting more, participation in the tournaments. We're getting more teams, so that is just a great. It's. I feel like the game is actually on an upward trajectory in India, and I do want more people to come. I want more people to play. I want more people to learn, so that we can have like an actual team. We can have people competing for the Asian Games. We can have a very high level of play. It's just a great thing to have, man. Like the same level as Valorant. I would like League to be like that in India too.
Yeah. Well, if only we could reach that, right?
Yeah, sadly, MOBAs aren't really a strong suit, but Indians are very talented in FPS games, so we got that. I'm very bad at first-person shooters. I'm like horrible. When I used to play Valorant, I think I got like the rank I reached was gold, and that was after playing every single day. But it's not my type of game. But a lot of people love PUBG and Valorant and CS:GO and like whatever the hell. There's like so many shooting games.
Yeah,
But
should have started off playing Dota 2 or like PUBG Mobile. Would have actually.
Oh
made
yeah,
some
man.
money.
maybe, man, maybe. Because I do consider myself good at video games. So if I probably had gotten into Dota or one of the FPS games, probably could have gotten scouted by a good team. But I don't know. It's just like I enjoy League more, man. There's a lot more variation in League. So that's what makes me love the game so much.
For sure. Have you ever thought about like retirement or like what are you gonna do in the future or anything of that? Do you think you're just gonna you think you're just gonna keep going forever and just be this like high elo 2-3 maybe a 4 trick forever?
I mean, to be honest, man, I'm currently still in college. I'm 21. I'll be 22 this year. So there's not really. I have a lot of free time, right? But once I start going for my MBA and my masters and stuff, the time that I give to the game will be reduced by a lot. So like maybe 2-3 years into the future, I may not be playing as much. Probably 3 years into the future, I'll completely stop video games because I'll be working a job and stuff like that. So that's why like I would like to for the next few years that I'm in the scene, I would like to make it like a good time for everyone around me and myself, participating in as many tournaments, competing in as many small competitions and everything, because the community is great, man. And I live in Bangalore, so a lot of the Indian tournaments and a lot of the LAN events and a lot of the other things happen either in Bangalore or Chennai. I was in the first LAN event that happened around, was it last year? Sometime last year. And it was a great time. I met a lot of people. I was with Catbot, Potato Monster, a lot of the guys from AOK. It was a great time, and we managed to meet the right head from India at LXG. So it was a great community bonding session. And if SMG managed to do more of those, it would be amazing to bring all the players together. I feel bad for my friends who live in the north and the guys who live in Kolkata and stuff, because they're also very passionate about League, but there's not really LAN events that are being hosted there. So it's usually the south where everyone kind of gets to have the taste of the LAN events in the community and stuff. So yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking about like the community friends and stuff like that, who are your top 3 like most closest friends that you've met through League of Legends? And if I'm not on this list, then
you are. I was gonna be like,
you're gonna keep out of the call, and I'm kidding.
No.
But besides me, like me not included.
Okay, you not included. Okay. So I would say
you have to name 3 because people are gonna get pissed off if you don't name them. So name as many as you want.
No, man. Like the guys who I hang out with on my good friend Potato server, I'd say Potato Monster is like. He's a very well-known, a very well-respected person in the community, and he's like my closest friend. I've known him since like 2018, I think, or 2017. Long time. He's been like a big brother to me. He's motivated me to get better and stuff. I've been on his team. He's been on my team. So we've played a lot together. We've met in real life many times. He is my closest friend. Him and Black Thief, and I have a lot of people. You guys don't know them. Just a lot of people on the Chutney server, which is Potato server. So Aska, Bob, Potato. You of course, brother. I would never forget you, man. I used to be very close to
going on the server and just scrolling down and throwing any name that you see.
Nah, I used to be close to. I mean, I don't have anything against it, but I was very close to Ashley Crusher and Sam from AOK. They're still good people. They're very good friends. But those guys and just many people from the community, man. Katrina Bot, But if you ask for my top three, I'd just say Potato Monster, Black Thief, and Ishan, my amazing friend Ishan. He's the person he's the first Indian person I met on League of Legends. He's a part of Flash Club right now, Kalakatta's team. But I would say he's also one of my very close friends. I love the guy to death. We've had our differences, but he's still like also a very close friend of mine. I respect him a lot. I appreciate him a lot. Singla, so yeah, shout out to them, man. My homies.
Basically, if you've ever been flamed by Copy, you're on his like top 10 list. By
Yeah,
the way,
true,
he
true.
really likes you.
No, honestly, because like I tend to flame all of my closest friends. Like I'll be nice to people who I'm not very close to, but all of my good friends who I really care about and I love, I'll always be toxic to them. That's just how I am, man. I really can't change. That is literally just how I am. So yeah, that's just how it is.
Deal with it or complain to Spartan, whichever works.
Yeah. Spartan's also a very close friend of mine. I do love Spartan Frank a lot. Met him IRL. We had a lot of banter scenes when he'd come to Bangalore. But yeah, man, hoping to meet them again. Just build my relationship better with all these guys because they're great people. They are good at the game. They are good role models because they have good discipline in life, and they're just good people, man. So yeah, that's why I choose to surround myself with people like this. And there's a whole friend group of mine in Potato server and Flash Club who I respect everyone. I talk to them. We all chill. We play the game together. It's a great time. And obviously, I have this guy who you guys don't know him very well, but his name's Dolan. He's a good friend of Loki and mine. And he's like
quite some time, though.
yeah, he's like another version of us. Super toxic, but amazing guy. I've met him as well, and a lot of people. I feel like my online friend group is a lot more tightly knit, and a lot more. Have a lot more sentimental value attached to them than people I meet IRL, just because they're sort of fakes, bro. But yeah, like online people tend to show their true colors, and I really appreciate that about everyone. And yeah, man.
Yeah, I know. It's like whenever we join a Discord server and copies in a game, he's like 10-0 on Draven or 0-10 on Yasuo, starts screaming random shit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't get that IRL. Like I can't just walk into like a coffee or a tea shop and have people screaming, racist, homophobic.
Oh my god.
Just 24/7, Can only get that on Discord.
Yeah, but that's just like what I'm just the life of the party, man. What can I say? And people just love me. I'm just, I just chill on call with them. We all just banter and flex, and I'm like 300, 250 games in flex right now, and still stuck in D4. And that's because whenever we play flex, we just play completely for fun, and we go against the most sweaty, try-hard fucking squads. And it's the most unfun experience, but we tend to not lose our mental. I used to get pissed off at the beginning, like a few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago, like a few months ago, and then I realized that not everyone's here to win, and I feel like it's just pointless. So even I started having fun and flex and stuff like that, and that's how I managed to get closer to these guys because we used to play the game purely for fun, like as casuals, instead of treating it as like a competitive thing, which I feel is very important if you're trying to make good connections at the scene,
Yeah. So now that we've talked about all the people that we like and admire, let's talk about the people we hate. Top 10 people, let's go.
What are you saying? No. This is not going to be a tier list. We are not doing
this. That would make a pretty
bro.
interesting podcast. I mean, if we just came on here and talked about the people we love, for 20 minutes straight, that'd be boring.
No, but I literally just said come on, buddy, come on. You can't do this to me. I said I'm reformed. I'm not gonna go and call people out now, man. I'm a friend of everyone. I'm a non-toxic guy, guys. I swear. If you meet me IRL, I will just be nice to you. I'll hug you. I'll talk to you. We'll have a good time, bro. So no, we're not doing that, Loki. It's not gonna happen.
Maybe the next episode, man. Who knows?
It depends on who you bring, man. But also, I'm also glad to be your first guest. Thank you for making me your the pioneer of Loki's Lore Lounge. The best show on SMG.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Trickster and Riftman. But
hopefully we don't get in trouble too much for this episode. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been very fun. Just some final thoughts before we kind of wrap this up. You know, do you have any final thoughts to say?
Yeah, man. Like, I feel that well, if you're there's a lot of things I'd like to talk about. First of all, SMG has done a very good job, including members of the community into their like myself. I didn't expect to be on a podcast, but here I am. Myself and a lot of the other people from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, India, like we've all had these podcasts filmed with us, and hosts and stuff. And there's a lot of production value going into it. And I'd like to thank all of the members of SMG. I'd like to thank Spartan Frank, especially for spearheading this entire operation and everything. I feel like he's taking the community in the right direction. I would like more and more people to play League of Legends, and Loki is an amazing host. Thank you so much for making me be here. It was an introspective experience.
Anytime. I mean, when I was talking to Sparta about this podcast, we were throwing out some names of people that we could potentially invite, and like I could talk to them and stuff. And then I realized like everybody in the community is just fucking boring. Like nobody's got any cool stories, nobody's got any cool stuff to talk about. Everyone's just like, sitting there like, yeah, hey guys, I play solo queue. I'm chat restricted. I don't even type anymore. Like, people are too afraid to go on Discord servers and just curse everybody out. So
that's why you picked me, buddy. Come on, man.
I have to be honest.
I'm reformed, buddy. Come on, but yeah, man. Thank you so much. It's a huge honor to be here, and I hope like the next guest is just as good as me, man. It's gonna be hard to top it, but I'm sure you'll get someone as good as me, man. Definitely not egoistic right now. But yeah, man, I'm gonna continue playing solo queue, continue grinding. Currently at Grandmaster, trying to climb up to Challenger. Let's see if that happens, or will I be a victim to my own detriment and start playing solo queue with a tilty mindset? Then I'm screwed. But yeah, man, like I hope SMG kind of grows a lot. This podcast has the most views on the entire channel, and yeah, man, follow SMG on all socials.
Also, I'm gonna go back to just being that irrelevant guy on YouTube chat.
No, yeah, man. Dude, YouTube chat flaming during tournaments is also a very good thing. That is also that's my biggest final thought. I feel like making a Smurf account on YouTube and then during tournaments just shit talking the players. Guys, do that. It's fun. It creates drama. It lets more people. It lets people get banned by Spartan and all the chat mods. It's a huge hassle. So we just like seeing our good friend Spartan annoyed, guys. So always do that.
Anything to make his life more difficult, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We just love the guy so much.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, SMG's been great. I really like Sparta and what he's doing. I think more than he's definitely doing a lot in terms of just like community and like just normalizing everything, getting really good production and hosting a lot of tournaments with a lot of cash money. I think on top of that, just his enthusiasm and his excitement about just League of Legends and just trying to bring everybody together like back in the good old days. I think that is what I extremely appreciate about SMG and about Spartan Frank. If I didn't, I probably wouldn't have done this, but for sure he's putting in a lot of effort, and
he definitely is. I think he deserves all the respect, and even Wind Chaser, our good friend, and Penta, and all the people.
Frank.
Yeah, true. All of the people involved in SMG, they're amazing. They're hardworking people. They're doing it, because of passion towards the community, and I feel like you as well, my friend. Like you've also, taken the time as a busy man in Seattle. It's like what 1 a.m. in America, and you're doing this.
1:30 almost, but
yeah.
So,
guys, Loki, for the people who are new to the community, is an OG ADC main. He only cries about the role, but he's still a very good player. So if you want ADC, you can definitely ask him. Guy's an amazing player. Guy can coach your team. Just for a small fee of $500 per session.
Just for a small fee, but anyways, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. Appreciate you being here, Copy.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Yep.